Finally, Nikon mirrorless camera. Well, not their first mirrorless camera, but we don't talk about the last one. But this camera would divide opinion. Is it Nikon Z or Nikon C or Nikon C? Nikon Z, yeah. Nonetheless, it is a cool name. It sounds like some Japanese cartoon. Z. Now let's look at the body. The body, it looks good. I mean, from photos on the web, at first I thought it looks weird. It looks like it got a grip that's too big, the EVF hum that's too small on the web. But in real life, it actually looks good. And every single bit, every single element on this camera scream Nikon to you. It's not mistakenly Nikon. Of course, because it's a Nikon. Now this is Now this is Z6 and Z7. The body is exactly the same. Now these two are still pre-production models, so I can't take any photos or video today. Or else I would shoot this video all with the Z6. Now the grip may look huge on the photo on the web or even now, but I can tell you that it's really comfortable. It just feels so good. It's metal, it's solid, but when you pick it up, it's secure, big grip, and then all the rubberized bits. It's just really comfortable to hold. It really secure. You feel so confident holding this. See how less space on the left side. They push the lens to the left side so that you can have a bigger grip on the same without make the body big. When you pick it up, it just feels premium because it's a full metal body, rugged magnesium alloy body, and it's weather sealed to the same degree to D850, and it's actually quite light. I think it's comparable to my A7S II. We have to check out this huge Z mount. It is huge. It don't just look huge on this small body. It's just huge. The difference between the Z6 and Z7, obviously the resolution, 25 megapixel. 45 megapixel, yes. As you can imagine, the lower megapixel count one do faster burst, 12 FPS and compared to 9 FPS on the Z7. But then to achieve this fast shutter speed, you have to have the AF and AE lock. Oh, single point. Oh, I love this direct access. Ooh, that's pretty good. That feels nice. If you have AFC or you want to have the exposure change during the burst, it will slow down to 5.5 FPS. That's a little bit disappointed. Really comfortable to grip, especially this thumb rest at the side. Yeah, a huge thumb rest. I always like this on the button just by your index finger, not like another camera that's on the back or on the other side. Obviously in front you got this dial and then another one on your thumb. Just logical to have this button on the side of the EVF to customize the EVF. Now on top, this is nice. OLED display on the top that always show you your settings. Now this brightness would automatically adjust according to ambient light. When it's dark, it's darker. When it's bright, it's brighter. Or you can also customize it. A tilt screen, just like the D500. Now this eye menu, you can customize it, all of them. And you can use touch screen. Just like other Nikon camera, you change to video mode from here. Now this camera only support XQD card, and a lot of people talk about, oh, it only support one card. Yeah, that's the fact. Only support one card, but well, this is only the first full frame mirrorless. I do like this door. Look at that. It's like it's a scream quality. And now finally, you can charge it with USB. You can charge a battery with USB. Actually, it's kind of backward compatible. This is almost the same one, almost the same battery as the D850. With the older D850 battery, you can use it on this camera, but you can't charge it with USB. And in the front, just beside the lens, it got two function buttons. Of course, you can customize it and then it's so convenient to reach like that. Now let's look at the video mode. Of course, it supports 4K 30p or 1080 120p. Both of them use the full width of sensor with Z6. It's oversample as well. Picture control. Let's see what we've got here. Oh, I love that it got a setting that is set same as photo setting. Well, I don't really want that, but when I see that, I know that you can have them separate. That's the most important thing. But it can also do HDMI output with a 10-bit and analog. This is the first full-frame camera that output 10-bit analog file. The lens, this is a 24-70 f4 lens. On the web, it looks like it's a plastic lens. In fact, it's metal, and then it feels really good. Funny that it's a retractable lens. This kind of retractable design usually only appear on like Micro Four Thirds camera, but in fact, this is a really good idea. Full-frame lenses should adapt this idea that retract. What's more, it got in-body 5-axis IS, which also supports a lot of VR lenses. It got its own adapter that you can use f-mount lenses like the latest 500mm f5.6. This is tiny, I can tell you that. It doesn't look that small on photo on the web, but this is the size and the weight of a 70 to 200mm. Fully support this. Oh, the balance is great. Balance is exactly here. That is pretty quick. That's a little bit of hunting, but not bad. We are normal. Wow, this is pretty stable. Okay, this is all for today. For now, to be honest, I think the spec on paper, it sounds a little bit not as impressive or some aspect of the spec. But after all, this is just the first full-frame mirrorless and it's already pretty good. Still, it has the Nikon color, it has the Nikon fan base, and be it for mirrorless camera, this is the best handling mirrorless camera ever. So this is Z6 and Z7. Maybe there will be an entry-level camera, Z5, something like that. Can't wait.